are some white people in Asia so damn entitled and annoying, Backpacking lah, don't want to wear mask lah, visa violations lah, want to educate us lah, superiority complex lah, macam-macam pattern you all ni. It's like the minute they come to Southeast Asia, perangai terus macam colonizer. Yeah, I know not all white people, tapi who eat chili, they feel spicy lah so. But I think a lot of Asians can attest to the fact that some white people, when they come here, they walk around like it's the pre-independence era, they are the colonizer, and we are still under their rule. Just recently, this white guy in Singapore threatened to knock police officers down when they showed up at his place after seeing a video of him circulating without wearing a mask on a train.
I will never wear a mask. I'm very religious and I love human beings, and I hate seeing uncles, granddads with the mask on.
And then there's this guy from Netherlands asking a Bali FB travel group if he can enter Bali without being vaccinated. All while being in a country that's recording 20 to 30,000 positive COVID-19 cases a day. More than 60,000 people are dead from the COVID-19 virus in Indonesia. White tanne, stop risking other people's lives. I got some more. 2 white men were punished with push-ups for not wearing masks and flouting other COVID-19 SOPs.
Tingkat disiplin, tingkat partisipasi mereka boleh dibilang cukup sangat rendah, sampai 90%-nya itu warga negara asing. Memang kondisi di lapangan seperti itu, dan kadang-kadang kita merasa dilecehkan lah.
Kalau it's pre-COVID days, it still wouldn't be that different. They'll just find other rules to break lah. Like we always see news about white people posing disrespectfully at sacred sites and temples in places like Bali. And locally, I think places like Batu Caves and other religious sites and temples that are popular with tourists say like 300 times already, please obey the dress code. But you know what? They don't care because
rules are meant to be broken.
Right now, people are dying. There are rules in place for a reason. We want to reduce the number of people dying, eventually stop it and end the pandemic. So in order for us to do that, you have to put on your mask, follow the rules, get vaccinated. You want to go to other people's country, then you have to follow the rules there. If not, you stay at home. Very simple. So my personal favorite entitled white person in Asia thing, backpacking. Now, I've already done a video in 2019 about backpacking and what a nightmare it is for us.
Namaste.
Hey Nandini, you're not white. Nobody wants to pay for your travels. Get up lah.
But something in me knows that once the pandemic ends, the backpackers will come back. So I had to include it in this video. Where is the logic in people from first world countries who can afford to travel halfway across the world, come to developing nations and beg to fund their travels? The audacity. Most people you beg to might have never even left their cities or countries. Just remember this, travel is a luxury for so many in the cheap Asian countries you travel to. You wanna travel, use your own money lah, and when you know your money is finishing, go back home lah. Make some more and then you come back lah, no one's stopping you. Stop taking advantage of other people's kindness, please. Another thing that always makes me want to take a keropok and piak it on the entitled white heads is when they come here and do those videos about how easy, amazing, and cheap living in Asia is.
Cheapest city.
Dear Eat, Pray, Love,
I want to find myself in Asia.
People. When our country/continent is looked at as an escapist land, when we constantly hear you yak about how cheap, great, peaceful, and harmonious living in Asia is, you're erasing and diminishing the truth about all the problems locals face in their respective countries, conveniently leaving out the fact that you come in with privilege. That's why it's all cheap, sunny, great food and people for you. That's your white privilege, because the rest of us still have to deal with racism, colorism, state minimum wage, poor treatment, etc. Stop painting Asia as a fantasy land void of complex, painful issues. That's what the colonizers did. They came here, they colonized us, and they turned this into their vacation home. Who cares about how we feel or what's going on with us? So while you eat, pray, love in Asia, maybe also make a conscious effort to acknowledge your privilege. It's also disrespectful and tone deaf when you walk around, writing travel articles, doing videos about how cheap things are in Asia, when poverty and unemployment rates are often skyrocketing in these places. Please put yourself in our shoes and understand where we come from when we express our frustrations about gentrification and white privilege and its effects on local communities. I'm all for sharing knowledge and perspectives, but something screams superiority complex when white people want to educate us about our own cultures and issues. It's the
I know better, let me educate you
syndrome that I cannot understand. An example, earlier this year, in an interview, a Malaysia-based Dutch designer talked about how Malaysians are forgetting their culture, don't have a sense of pride, and she wants to educate us to appreciate what we have. For context, here are some things she said. There is an educational role in everything I do. I want people to feel proud of their heritage. Why people in Asia wanting to educate people? What's new? Nobody asked? Cuba you educate yourself dulu and stop behaving like kata bawa expat the burung. This statement paints such a clear picture of how little you know about Malaysians. We have always taken pride in our culture. She also wanted to see Malays dressing beautifully again. How condescending. Malays have been dressing beautifully for a very, very, very long time. And Malaysians love baju kurung. A lot of us wore it throughout secondary school, some still do for work, and even on normal days. Baju kurung never went out of style in Malaysia. I hope you've already popped the rosy expat bubble and looked around a little bit more. Obviously, the article did not go down well with a lot of Malaysians. She has since apologized and promised to do better, which is great. I think it's amazing to want to take such an active interest in other people's cultures and make preserving it your goal. Nobody's mad at you for that, just be respectful and make sure it's not cultural appropriation. We're not saying don't come here, we're super welcoming, you already know that. Come here, have a great time, make sure you try all our amazing food, get to know the locals, have the whole experience. Definitely. Just please remember to respect our rules and customs. This is, after all, our home. And I'm sure you'd want us to do the same when we are visiting your home. And dear white people who are respectful and amazing, if you see other white people being disrespectful and annoying, please call them out, okay? Thank you! Final quick message to my fellow Asians. Sure, treat everyone with politeness and kindness because budi bahasa budaya kita, but let's not treat them like they're better than us. Let's not put them on a pedestal because that's just adding to more white privilege. Sekian, terima kasih. Bye-bye!